And you can kind of do whatever you want. That process creates a blank slate in people, and that's like the baseline formula of how brainwashing works.
This is Chris Hughes. He's a communicator, author, behavioral expert, and 20-year US Army veteran. He's someone who knows his way around the brain. He knows his way around influence, coercion, brainwashing. In this next clip, he's going to tell us the fundamentals around what we think and why we think it, and how social media has an impact on us. Let's take a look.
It's focus, emotion, agitation, and repetition. So if we start with focus, this is me routinely breaking what you are predicting to be what's going to happen next, over and over and over in a massive amount. 1 or 2 times, this is what triggers a mammal brain, our mammal brain, and a dog. You're walking down a pathway in the woods and a stick breaks behind a tree. And you're like, what was that? You're not worried about anything else. So the fastest way to generate human focus or mammal focus is novelty. Some genuine thing happens that you didn't expect. So that's the first. That's what we generate massive amount of focus. And then it's emotion. And with emotion, there's an old hypnosis technique that became popular in the 50s. This guy named Dr. Milton Erickson popularized this thing called fractionation. So you'll be familiar with like Channel 4 and Darren Brown. I know a lot of Americans aren't, but he's kind of there's no American equivalent of Darren Brown.
Oz, maybe the closest? Perlman?
Yeah, Oz Perlman, yeah. So they figured out, like, if I pull somebody down in hypnosis and then take them gently out of it, when I put them right back down in, so this is in quick succession. I take you out of hypnosis and then I put you back into hypnosis again. You'll go deeper every time. And there's no such thing as depth in hypnosis. What they essentially mean is you'll have more GABA. You know what GABA is? It's a neurotransmitter in your system, like the safety chemical. And you'll also have a higher degree of theta wave brain state. And if I could just keep going up and then back down and up and then back down, you're deeper and deeper and deeper in a hole every single time. So if you look at your feed, anybody out there, you open whatever feed you want on whatever app you're thinking of right now. And you kind of scroll through your feed, you're going to see stuff that kind of brings you back up, but only for a second or two. And then it's fear and scarcity. And it follows the thing of, and then bringing you back up and then back down in that cycle. So it's focus, authority, tribe, and emotion. You'll see it in your feed, guaranteed. And you don't even need to scroll for like 5 minutes. You'll see it right away. And then it'll be like one little thing to kind of bring you up. Like one of those videos where the people are like, oh, we just found this baby deer on our porch one day and we decided to bottle feed him and raise him. And then, it's like a fast cut to where like he's a giant deer, like sleeping in the kid's bed or something. And he's like a family member now. It's like a heartwarming video that feels, and I love watching those, but it feels great. And then bam, they pull you back down again into the cycle. But what you'll notice after you see that fear video at the end of the focus, authority, tribe, and emotion, right at the end of that, they're either going to A, bring you up, or B, show you an ad. Now, I've never heard anybody talk about this before, but you can absolutely see it. And I'm not immune. Like, I've bought stupid shit on Instagram like anybody else. Knowing about this like doesn't get you vaccinated against manipulation. I bought the dumbest shit in the world on Instagram. I'm a good, well-informed victim of this stuff. But that's the core of brainwashing is focus, emotion. That's that fractionation part of up and down. Then agitation. So this is doing something to where the mammalian brain recognizes this is a different environment than I was expecting, not a thing that's happening. So now the landscape is changing. The oil prices are going up. This big thing is happening. There's a shortage of some critical resource. And then repetition. So if it's in a detainee environment, the massive focus is them being woken up in the middle of the night over and over by strobe lights and loud sounds, cold water, that kind of stuff. Then the emotion, the entire time you're sitting there in your prison cell or whatever, I've got every photo your family's ever posted on the internet, playing on a slideshow using a projector on the wall. So focus, emotion, then agitation. Something is extremely disrupting to your ability to predict the future. That's agitation, and then repetition. The cycle begins again. And you can kind of do whatever you want. That process creates a blank slate in people, and that's like the baseline formula of how brainwashing works.